Hi everybody, this is Ron Chapman Jr. bringing you Game of the Week number 4 for Games for Life Incorporated, a nonprofit that's based out of Atlanta and Decatur, Georgia. Again, I think the last video we started off with a position like this, so that's what we're going to do. So this is taken from a tournament game I just played. So take a second, I'm playing white, it's my turn to move. Take a second and think about what the best move for white is in this position. Got an idea? Okay, now let's see if you can hold on to that idea when we come back to this position. Okay, so this is the, this is the start. Again, I'm playing white. I'm rated almost 1800 at this point, and the person I was playing is rated about 1750, so it's a pretty even match. So here we go. Sorry, my mouse is moving too fast. E4, D5, pawn takes on D5, queen takes, bring out the knight, I'm attacking the queen, queen over to A5, and this is a common line for black and white, so nothing exciting here. I don't know if that's a book move or not. Bishop to C4, knight to F6, knight to E2, and I don't know if that's a great move to make. I've just recently started to move that knight to that square. It's been giving me pretty good results, so I've been practicing with it. I don't know if that's a solid line, but sometimes you just try stuff. C6, A3, bishop to F5, D3, E6, knight to G3. I'm attacking the knight my knight's attacking my opponent's bishop, so he moves the bishop out of danger. Bishop to G6, I get my king safe, castling, queen back to C7, and as soon as he made that move, I knew that his idea was going to be to bring his bishop out here and ultimately go for my knight. So I decided to bring out my bishop. He brings out his other knight, get my queen involved. I don't know if that really did me a lot of good, but and then he does eventually bring bishop to D6, and this potentially was a mistake. I bring out my knight to E4, he takes, and then I have to take back my D pawn. If I had taken back with anything else, it would have been a problem. If I had taken back with my knight, let's go back. If I had taken back with this, then he would have been able to win a pawn by attacking over here. So I pretty much had to take that way. So let's see here. So D pawn takes back, and then he goes H6 to push my bishop away. Bishop to D2. He castles. Bring my rook involved. He brings his rook. Bishop, and I'd like for him to just let me have that diagonal. I didn't think he would. He didn't think he would, and he didn't. He immediately puts his bishop there. I don't really like any of my options here. I looked at this for a while. I do like to mention, and this was a 25-5 tournament, so you don't have a ton of time, but that is an important thing to always remember, how much time you have and how much time you spend thinking on each move. So I spent some time on this move. It was mid-game. I thought it was a fairly critical position. I end up taking. He takes back with his queen. And B4. I did that because he was attacking my pawn, so I wanted to get that out of danger. I thought that was also, by making that B4 move, I keep his knight from coming to that square. So that's the purposes. So instead of going there, he brings his knight in to knight to F6, and now if you notice, he's attacking this pawn 3 different ways, and I only have, let's see, I have 2 defenders on it. Not a good thing, so I need to do something with that, and so I attack. I like attacking. So F4, and then take his queen. His queen can't take his pawn immediately because he'll lose, so he's got to move his queen out of the way. So he goes to C3, attacking my A pawn. I push the pace, or I don't what it's called. I keep attacking. F5, he takes back. I take with the bishop in the corner. And now bishop to b3, that's protecting all my pawns for the moment. c5, and then I did this because I wanted to get his knight out of the way, and so I forced a trade because if I'm attacking his knight and his queen, so he trade knights with me here. So he does so. I take back. He trades rooks, and we reach the position that we started off with today. So, do you see what the correct move is in this case? This is the move I made, and I verified it, if you will, by checking it with what Fritz says about it. You see it? You see it? Okay, so the move is bishop takes on f7, check. A sacrifice, potentially, depending on, well, yeah, it looks like it's a sacrifice, right? You're sacking the bishop on a pawn. This was a combination that I'd seen done before. I figured I'd try it. Again, this 25-5 game, so I spent a good couple minutes trying to make sure that this was the right move, and it was actually, I mean, it ended up being a good move, but it was almost forced. Let's see, whoops, because what he was thinking is when he pushed down on b5, you know, if I don't know, let's say I move my queen over here, he locks in my bishop. I have to go back here, and then he'd be able to come grab this pawn, and I'd be in some trouble. So he kind of almost forced my hand, if you will, for that sack. And so I don't know if he'd seen this combination before, but he takes with his rook, and then I think after he takes with his rook, it's forced mate. A rook in, only option he has is to bring down his rook. Queen to e6 check, the only option he has is to move his king over. I take with my rook check, only option he has blocks the bishop, and checkmate with the queen. So that was forced. Other options, so I mean, if he had, when I take up, other options would have been to, he could have moved this immediately, and if he had done that, I would have followed up with queen to e7, and then he would have had a couple options in. None of them would have been too great, but and if he had, let's see, if he had taken with his king, then I would have followed up with checkmate. So the bishop sack was ultimately a good sack, and that got me the victory. And again, two equally rated players. I don't know, I actually liked his position a little better before I found that line that won the game for me. But yeah, I hope you learned something. Again, this was our game of the week number 4, and I think I'll post another game because I've taken a pretty good break. I'll post another game really soon. Okay, thanks. Bye.